All right, guys, so we said we wasn't going to ride it, but here we go. That's all she's got. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a quick video on the 2024 CRF 125FB, which stands for big wheel, and it's a beast of a bike. So I picked up this bike to teach my youngest daughter and my son how to ride a motorcycle. And you know, I didn't want to get like a semi-automatic, you know, CRF 110. It's pretty small, be fun for a pit bike. You know, this bike also is going to dual purpose as a pit bike, but I wanted them to learn how to ride with the clutch, how to use the clutch, how to use the friction zone, how, you know, to do all those inner workings, because let's face it, our youth, you know, there's hardly any stick shift cars anymore. You put, you know, a new driver in a standard shift car, they really look at you like, I don't even know what to do. So, you know, growing up riding motorcycles, four-wheelers myself, you know, driving a stick shift automobile was like no big thing, because I already knew how everything worked. So, like I said, two-part. One, need a pit bike for the campground, stuff like that. And, you know, want to get the kids familiar with how things work mechanically and how much fun it is to ride a dirt bike. So enough of me talking. Let's take a look at the bike we picked up. All right, here she is. It's leaning pretty heavy to the one side because the kickstand dropped down the mud back here, but we're in kind of our typical spot where we like to kind of showcase bikes and four-wheelers and things like that. But wanted to just kind of go over some of the features. You know, if you're looking at this bike, it comes in two flavors. It comes in the CRF 125F, and then the big wheel version. And there's no difference on the decals or anything, but if you peek in right there to the, if I can get it in, if you peek in here to the VIN, it says, clearly says FB, which stands for the big wheel. So with the big wheel, you're going to get 16 on the rear and a 19 on the front. The big difference, aside from the bigger wheels, what you're going to get is the final drive, I believe, is a little bit different. The swing arm's a little longer. The seat height's obviously taller than this is standard CRF 125F. So if you're a bigger rider or you have a bigger child, you know, this might be the bike for you. Again, I'm in that 6'1", 6'2", in between there somewhere, 200 pounds. This bike is pretty much rated about 185 pounds. So I breached that weight limit, 15, 20 pounds, maybe 25 pounds after the holidays, but it pulls me around no problem whatsoever. Plenty of power. The only thing I don't like is it only has a 4-speed gearbox, which kind of stinks, because when you're riding this, you know, down the dirt roads and stuff, you do search for that 5th gear, but it's just not there. I would say top speed's about 45 miles an hour. So as we're on this side of the bike, we'll just take a look. You got a kickstand, which I believe is probably the same in length as it would be for the smaller wheel version. It does lean a little bit, but it's not like it's going to fall over or anything like that. For myself, those foot pegs are pretty small. Gear shift's pretty small, but you know, this isn't built for a guy my size. This is built for, you know, younger riders, teens, things like that. You get about a 1-gallon gas tank. I would say, man, it's got to get close to 100 miles per tank. It just seems to go and go and go. Obviously you get your clutch, the clutch pull. In my opinion, my daughter, she's 13. She doesn't have any issues with it. So pretty easy clutch pull. We're looking down at the dash here. So it does have a key, and this bike, right now it's got, that's your low fuel light there. You've got an indicator light here, and then also a check engine light. So two things about this bike. One, it does have electric start, and it does have a backup kickstart, which is cool. And when I fired it up there, you probably heard the fuel injection fuel pump come on. That's right, this bike is fuel injected, so you don't have to worry about you know, elevation changes, things like that. You know, it's done a carburetor, so it's just going to run, and it's going to run forever, basically. Looking here at the front, you got a single disc brake in the front, which is awesome. You do have spoked wheels. Not a super aggressive tire, but definitely an off-road tire. On the back, you do have an old school drum brake, which is kind of a bummer, but for the price point on this bike, I believe this one can be had MSRP 3,400 bucks, something like that. But yeah, it'd be cool to have a disc brake in the back. So what other thing you're going to notice, looking at the frame, it is a one-piece kind of split wishbone style frame that you'd see on a lot of motocross bikes. However, this one is steel, it's not aluminum, but it does have that class, or that look as a motocross bike. Has the motocross style plastics. Really, really cool bike. All right, let's go ahead and let's fire this unit up. So you can see we get our fuel light pop on, just kind of an indicator. We do have the green indicator there, so if you turn off the bike, it's just going to re-engage. Basically, that just means, looks like it just means your key's on. You know, one thing I haven't tried, let's try to use the old Kickstarter there. So we'll kick it out, make sure the bike's in neutral. See how easy it kicks off. Pretty simple. I was kind of expecting, you know, riding other dirt bikes, you know, that heavy kick to get the engine to kick over. It's not bad at all. So you can see she's ready to go. And then got your kill switch there. And then again, you're gonna want to turn your key off so you don't drain your battery. This handlebar pad here, I think we picked this up off Amazon just to kind of finish off the look of the bike, but really happy with it. Okay guys, there it is. There's the 2024 CRF 125 FB. Again, this is a dual purpose bike for us. I wanted a pit bike. I was really leaning at the CRF 110 just because it's a little bit smaller, easier just to throw in the back of the camper, throw a strap around it and be done. But you know, I wanted to take the opportunity, show the kids how to ride a dirt bike, how to use a clutch, how to operate a transmission, because I think we're losing that with our children, guys. We're losing it. So let's get back to the basics and show our kids how to ride dirt bikes. Get them out in the woods, get them out on the trails. But you know, after I rode it, size-wise, it's still pretty small. I mean, for me, it still feels pretty small. It's small for my wife. And my daughter, she's a shorty, maybe 5 foot right now, and it looks small on her too. So it's still a perfect pit bike size. And in my opinion, you know, from a pit bike perspective, I'm glad that I picked this up versus the 110. I really am. There's a pretty strong aftermarket support for this. So if you want to customize it, put bigger pegs and just, you know, deck it out, you can certainly do that. The CRF 110, you know, has tons and tons and tons of aftermarket stuff, because that's kind of like the, you know, pinnacle of pit bikes right now. Everyone's riding them, everyone's building them. So we're just doing things a little bit different. And I think this is going to be just as fun, if not maybe more fun, you know, being that we have a manual transmission and a clutch. So it's going to be easier to pop wheelies and, you know, do burnouts, cool, fun stuff like that you like to do on a pit bike. But if you guys, we're going to get more content on the 125. But if you guys like these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, give us a share, hit the little bell for notifications, all that stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it very much. But looks like it's going to start raining here, so we will see you on the next one, and God bless.